Boop, boop, ba-doop. Betty Boop is coming to Broadway. Let's talk about it. Hi friends, if you're new here, my name is Katharine Quinn. I am a 30-something living in New York City and working on Broadway. I run a company called And That's Showbiz. We do bespoke Broadway media in addition to running, marketing, and in particular digital marketing, social media marketing for Broadway shows. We currently run social media for The Great Gatsby on Broadway as well as Maybe Happy Ending on Broadway. More shows being added to the mix all the time. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. Always let you guys know as soon as I've got tea that I can share. And today we are talking about Boop. Okay, let's talk about this little lady. Are we ready to talk about her? Let's talk about it. Basic info. You know we gotta start with the when and the where. So previews begin tonight, March 11th at the Broadhurst Theatre. Opening night is April 5th, 2025. We are fresh off a triumphant run in Chicago, and we are introducing a huge new star. Who's on the creative team? So we've got some Broadway heavyweights on this one. Are we ready? We've got music by 16-time Grammy winner David Foster, lyrics by Susan Birkenhead, and a book by Bob Martin of The Drowsy Chaperone, Elle, as well as direction and choreography by none other than Jerry Mitchell of Kinky Boots of Legally Blonde. All right, it's time to get into cast. The name on everybody's lips is no longer Roxy. It is now Jasmine Amy Rogers. Everyone is obsessed, and she truly is an extraordinary talent. She is our Betty Boop. We also have Tony Award winner Faith Prince, Ainsley Mellum, Eric Bergen, Stephen DeRosa, Anastasia McCleskey, Angelica Hale, and legendary marionettist Philip Huber. All right, we got to take a second to talk about Jasmine Amy Rogers. She is truly the breakout star here. Here are some of the clippings, the press reviews. Ready? The Chicago Tribune called her the complete Broadway package. She was described as funny, sweet, charismatic, with a knockout vocal delivery. Critics say she embodies Betty Boop so perfectly, it's like the cartoon literally came to life. She apparently stops the show multiple times with her musical numbers, and she never leaves the stage. It is a marathon of a role. Plot-wise, what you're getting with this is a little bit of an Enchanted story, a little Barbie musical. Betty Boop is dropped into the real world via Comic-Con. She finds love, and where does that leave her at the end? Does she go back to Kansas? Does she, stay in her new world? You gotta watch the show to find out. I think this score has some real bops in it. I really enjoyed some of the music. Some of the reviews called it propulsive and exhilarating. The two songs that I have left knowing anything about are Something to Shout About and Where I'm Meant to Be. Where I'm Meant to Be is really, it's a toe tapper. The production itself. All right, if you are a Jerry Mitchell fan, this is a tried and true Jerry Mitchell show. I had the chance to see this in Chicago for its pre-Broadway tryout, and it is a Jerry Mitchell show through and through. The movement is very, very Jerry Mitchell, but he collaborated with two other choreographers, and you can sort of see each of their influences. The set is David Rockwell. It feels most akin to Tootsie, actually, even though it harkens back to like classic cartoon, but like the way New York City is sort of aesthetically done feels very much like his work on Tootsie. Puppet work from Philip Huber, and it's an interesting blend aesthetically of razzmatazz Broadway and cartoon aesthetics. And let's talk about the critical reception. So it was called absolutely sensational, perfect for the entire family, gloriously jubilant, and special praise for the universal appeal and heartwarming story. Though some critics mention the plot needs a bit of streaming. The book, we've always got to critique the book. If you've been here, you know, which is exactly what these tryouts are for. I wanted this to be a Millie story, but less racist. It's like not as earnest and also way more earnest. It didn't totally tonally land for me, but that could also just be because I expected one thing and then exited with a different experience. That said, my partner loved this show. Can't wait to see it again. So I actually really like when I disagree with my partner. When we both universally are like, ugh, or universally like, oh my God, like it's fine. But I like when we can leave a show and have completely different experiences because my feelings are not empirically right. So just because it may not have been exactly what I was looking for does not mean it is not for you. So it was exactly what Tia was looking for, and it may be exactly what you're looking for. It's a feel-good story. It is super high energy. It is the birth of a new Broadway star. If you like classic cartoons, if you're a Betty Boop fan, if you love big Jerry Mitchell style musicals, and if you just need some pure theatrical joy, this is a great show for you. It's also very kid friendly, and we have a dearth of family friendly shows on Broadway right now. This is really a show that you can take your kids to, like comfortably. Little girls, gonna love it. Like when I exited the theater in Chicago, I was paying attention to for data collection mentally, and also just, I don't know, insatiably curious. I would say girls around the age of 7 to 12 squealing, loved it. Older women loving it. Like both of those demos were just like, eaten it up. And also my 30-year-old partner loved it. So like, also, Betty has fans. People were dressed. That's a brand. So there you have it. That is Betty Boop on Broadway. That is boop! Exclamation point. I would love to know, did you see this in Chicago? Have you already seen it on Broadway? If so, what did you think? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section. I can't be the only voice on here. I love starting a conversation. As always, I invite you to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Katharine Quinn. Make sure you're following And That Showbiz as well. We do a ton of bespoke Broadway media, incredible interviews, and BTS Broadway content at And That's Showbiz. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.